He let them down. Absolutely.
He let them down.
Absolutely.
That was unfortunate. And I'm sure Ahly got him mainly because of this competition. In 2025 alone, he has played for 3 teams.
Did you feel the Messi, the Suarez impact?
Before I come to Bayern Munich.
I said, what? So was it a great start or a disappointing start for Ahly in the Club World Cup 2025 edition in the United States of America? Well, there might be varying opinions. There might be different opinions. So this morning I have my man GH Armando. I mean, he started saying certain things, but I want to allow him to express himself. I don't want to take the words out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Right. GH.
Yes, sir.
Ahly. I mean, aside Ahly, we also had a couple of games that came along. I mean, one of them was the PSG Atletico Madrid game, which quite surprised me. But our focus is on Ahly and Inter Miami.
Of course. Yeah.
Though we would just touch briefly on the other games as well. Generally, what did you see in that game against Inter Miami?
Well, from an African point of view, I was really disappointed. I expected Ahly to show me, that they are capable.
Right.
Even though we've seen glimpses of what they can do in the competition. However, they just need to work on taking their chances.
Right.
For me, I think they could have killed the game in the first half. At least 4 goals in the first half against Inter Miami. But unfortunately, they were not able to break through the goalkeeper who was absolutely amazing.
Amazing on that day.
Yes. So for me, as much as I feel disappointed, I also feel like yes, the Inter Miami goalkeeper had a very great game, and of course, goalkeepers sometimes have to stood up for their teams, and I think that's what happened in that game, and hopefully, Ahly will definitely come back.
At least they had a point.
Exactly.
Not unlike others who swallowed
goals.
Right. So, and for me, I think that the other games actually got me a little bit, relaxed because looking at what's happened in even the Atletico Madrid game, it was, though I expected PSG to do
win
something, but I didn't really see it coming in this quantity.
I was also a big surprise about that result. I expected to see a very good competition coming from
in that game. And it started well.
They started very well.
But I don't know what really went wrong.
Simeone, I remember some time ago I talked about Ancelotti being outmoded with his style of coaching.
We'll come to those games.
Exactly.
Let's get back to Ahly. What was really the problem that prevented them from taking all the 3 points in the game against Inter Miami? I mean, we have 3 or more set of old players in Inter Miami, and I think the young boys in Ahly should have overrun them, overpowered them.
Yes,
Sometimes experience alone is not enough.
I think to be clinical, they should have been clinical more in front of goal. Right. I believe with the experience that
especially
they have,
in the last minutes of the game, they got some amazing opportunities to kill the game.
I mean, for me, they just didn't do enough, even though they had a very good game, but they just couldn't do enough to at least get a goal and eventually winning the game, which I think wasn't really too impressive for me. You have a team where, experience-wise, they also have a very good team. If you look at Trezeguet, who has been around the world, and of course, I expected him.
He has been there and done that.
Exactly.
Right.
I mean, from Aston Villa, I thought he was done. I never thought he had
intentions of still continuing.
To continue because I think after Aston Villa, we didn't really see him more in the game. But he shows that he's still capable after he's still 30 years, and of course he has that experience, and I expected a lot more for him.
And unfortunately, he went and missed the penalty. He let them down. Absolutely.
He let them down.
Absolutely.
That was unfortunate. And Trezeguet,
he even had the chance to rebound the ball.
Yes, look at what he did.
Come on.
So
he has no excuse on this particular one.
He has no excuse.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Ahly got him mainly because of this competition. This is his first time. His first game.
Season playing.
You know.
Yeah.
And if you look at his records, or if you look at his way coming back to the Ahly team, I think in 2025 alone, he has played for 3 teams. Yeah. So it tells you that Ahly just got him because of this.
Because of the tournament, right? And remember, they recently signed a coach from Pirates. Jose Rivero, and he I think they wanted him to start with this, but I think he didn't start on a bad note. I mean, a draw game is quite good. Putting at the back of the mind that, I mean, this is a Messi's team we are talking about, and you can never, take that magical factor out of any team Messi plays. You saw that free kick he took in the last minute. And we still also have to say, I mean, clap our hands for El Shinawi, top goalkeeper. He came to the picture to save his team when it mattered. And I think both keepers had a good game.
Right, but of course, I think what's the name? The goalkeeper of Miami, he overshadowed.
You think so?
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Right,
he was saving a penalty and the rebound.
And I think that was where
he got the man of the match.
Right.
Yeah. So for me, I still think Ahly will have to do better. Even though I also feel like Imam's absence affected them. He got an early injury, and that really affected. Even though Zizou also did
his
so well,
best. He couldn't.
But I feel like Imam would have been the best, to give them the win.
Did you feel the Messi, the Suarez impact? At the point, I felt they were a little bit, too unnecessarily, overbearing on the referee. I saw one scenario where Suarez was even laughing and mocking the referee of a sort, and also the likes of what's his name, Busquets and Co were all,
I agree. Sometimes you see
angry at the referee, and I think he got a yellow card.
He got a yellow card because of that.
Sometimes they feel too empowered or too big. I don't know what you.
So first of all, I kudos to Ahly. They didn't respect the fact that this is Messi, this is Suarez. They gave it to them. The only problem was just being clinical. I think they did so well in terms of keeping them quiet. Most part of the game, they kept them quiet, and that was just the way to go. You don't give them the freedom, the feeling to do whatever they want to do. So kudos to Ahly for doing that, keeping Messi quiet. Almost quiet.
Suarez,
even though Suarez at the point I forgot he was in the game. He was in the team. So you see, Ahly did so well in doing that. Hopefully, they'll be able to win their next game. And luckily their group. It's still 1 point. Nobody won a game in the group. It's still advantage to Ahly.
And I think, as I said, that was a good start for them.
Exactly.
That was a very good start for them. Hopefully they come up and
because so.
I mean we cannot underestimate the power of Ahly. Because we can say they are one of the powerhouses of African football.
Of course.
So a lot of eyes are on them, and they should make us proud. But then some other games happened. Can you take us through the games that came?
I also was very, very happy to see
Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich.
Before I come to Bayern Munich.
I said, what? 10 goals. At the point, I lost count of goals.
Yeah, the game was already done within 20 minutes.
Yeah, the first, it was 4-0 in the first 20
So
minutes.
you can imagine.
Oh my God.
And I'm sure the Oklahoma players felt like they wish the game would have ended in the first half. You understand?
If they knew what was coming.
Exactly. So in the game of football, you can't do that. You can't possibly do that. So
that's crazy.
I mean, Bayern Munich had to do what they have to do. They had to do it.
And at that point, I felt that they should pity the guys, but they were just loading them goals. I said, 4 is okay.
No, it was too much, but I think it's fair. It just shows the clear example that Bayern Munich is way
ahead of them. Right,
so.
right. But that leaves us that leaves a begging question. Sometimes the teams that play the tournament doesn't necessarily fit.
Right.
Auckland City, I mean, consuming 10 goals.
Well, for me, so that's the level of the high nature of their leagues, their respective leagues. You
So it tells you that is even the best of their league.
Exactly.
And,
so if you are the best of your league and now you've considered 10 goals, it shows the quality, the difference in quality.
So do you think they should reconsider the kind of quality that plays in the league, in the tournament,
in the FIFA Club World Cup?
The Club World Cup.
Well, I think this criteria is not bad. Picking the best teams out of each continent to represent them. So I don't think they actually have a way to do it
rather
than that. Yeah.
So they have to continue.
It's just unfortunate that the quality, the difference in quality is too much.
And I think it wasn't even them alone. PSG also gave Atletico Madrid some 4-0.
It could have been more.
4-0.
It could have been more.
Shocking.
Yes, I think PSG could have equally given them 10.
Wow.
That's what I think, because the game was actually one-sided. For me, I feel at the point I feel like this is not the Atletico Madrid I know. So sometimes we have to consider, certain things before we conclude. Because remember, in our preview, I was suggested that Atletico Madrid will give PSG a tough
PSG.
time.
Yeah.
So I was a very big surprise for me. But like I said, Simeone has to think again. He has to reconsider some of his decisions and his approach to games. And I think he has to elevate himself. For me, I think one-way football is not. I mean, it wouldn't guarantee you.
But do you see them going far in this competition?
No. Atletico Madrid with the game of with the kind of game they play.
They still have 3 more games to go.
I know, but I actually don't see them
going far.
No, I don't see them.
But who I think is going to go far is actually Palmeiras. They had a very good game against FC Porto, drawing 0-0.
0-0. So
yeah, that was a good one.
So you could see that yes, this Brazilian side
very good.
They have a very good
young, especially young talent.
Very
good at it.
Players, and they
Palmeiras, to be specific. Yeah,
exactly. And I mean, they've been producing the super talent,
top talent.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so for me, I wasn't surprised, and to see Estevao, doing so well once again, winning the man of the match.
Right.
For me, was amazing to see how this young boys, actually, even though FC Porto also now has a very young squad, so for me it was a pretty balanced game. Even though I wanted to see Palmeiras winning
the game,
even though.
And remember, I said the 2 teams were on the same level, so it's going to be a very good game.
Very good game.
And it really happened that way. We also had Botafogo RJ winning 2-1 to Seattle Sounders. Yeah. So I think that was. Those are 2 strange, clubs that hitherto we didn't really have a lot of history about. But I mean, as the games unfold, we get to know these teams and see how they are going to